guys, Tsuyoshi here. Today, I want to show you a little unique technique, which is modern X curl. Technique seems like based on X curl, but it's being updated with the current new ideas. So I want to share it. So I want to start with de la riva, like a pants grip de la riva like this. If I can make the collar with de la riva at angle, this is a perfect case scenario. I can do a lot of things, but sometimes I may not be able to do that. Like he already take out my de la riva like this, although I still keep the collar grip. Yeah, this is pretty bad sign. If I stay here, there's been a lot of things he can do that. So before he does, I want to shift to get into his legs. So the first thing, I want to kick his hips. This is similar to the elevator sweep. In that time, I want to use outside my hip instead of my sole. Seems like easy to push something out with the sole, but I want to use sharp upper that side of my hip, just like chopping his hips. That's going to be way easier to get into his hip bone directly. Then I can get his hips away a little bit. Then next thing is one of the most important parts in this technique. I want to use my left leg in multiple ways. I keep on kicking his hips, then I get my knee behind his knee like this. You see that? Like making a grapevine. And then I'm gonna change the angle. By the time I do the action, I pull his collar and then I kick him to the side 45 degrees. So I make this type of position. Then I also want to get my elbow in as well. So I want to constantly lift up his right leg like this. Then I want to explain more about the structure of this position. So the regular X, I want to make the X hook on the far side like this. And then I have a lot of options as I come up, sweep, and back take. But this one, he's be able to come back to my side very easily like this, like pushing the mat with his hands. Sometimes I cannot move, stop the action. So I just want to update X curl with a modern idea. Instead of making a far side X hook, I want to apply pressure on near side hips. Like I did the entry, I still keep kicking the hips like this. Then around my knee, I lock his knee as well like this. I also even use my shin to lift up his thigh as well. That's gonna be way harder for him to come back. Then let me explain further details. In order for him to come back to my side, he needs to put his right sole on the mat, and then he can do that. So ultimately, if I can avoid it, he cannot come back to my side. Let's say like this. I lift it up, then push the hips away like this. Can he come back to my side? Look, it's impossible to do that. So I just want to manage to do this one. So this is how I like to do. Then optionally, I can even use the other side leg around his hips or even double like this as well. But basically, I want to stay around his hips like this. Then I make the X on the near side. So I define this one as a modern X curl. Then from this position, I want to choose simple sweep, like take it top from this position. The foreign momentum, I still have the collar grip. This is going to be an advantage to go to the further action. I can stay close to him, or also he tries to come back, I can even push him away like this. Then in order for me to stand up from this position, it's going to be slightly different to the regular X curl. In the regular X curl, what I need to do is the technical stand up. I push the leg away and then I come up as usual. But in this situation, I don't think I can make the movement just because I'm making the near side X. But in that case, I can do like a kneeling stand up. That's how I stand up. Okay, I show you from the beginning. Pants grip de la riva with collar grip. I cannot find space to make de la riva. In that case, I chop his hips, then I push his hips away to get my knee in. As soon as I do, I bring to the side like this. As you can see that, I want to kick the hips from near side. Then if I have room, I want to even switch to this way or that way as well. Then in order for me to come up, like I told you before, I gotta get on my knees, but here is too close to do that. So before I step to the action, I slightly kick him to the side with both of my legs, like doing a leg press in air. As I do so, I can make a little more distance like this. Then for the momentum, I should be able to get on my knees. Let me try again. I need a momentum to do that. So here, I push to get on my knees like this. As you can see, even the collar grip helps me to come up as well. Most of my weight is on this side. So I use my arm in multiple ways, how I shift my body weight, and I push me away like this. Then from this position, I want to come up straight like this. Then multiple options. If I can bring him down, it's going to be sweep. But most of the time from this position, he wants to come back. This is a symmetry I showed in like a Cobrinha sit-up sweep. Push the collar, leg, and then like crossing my arms like X pass, and then I sweep him. Then a lot of modern techniques, it's been connected to the back take, and this is the same as well. Very strong sweep attempt against the movement. Opponent wants to come back or make the side position. In that case, there's another space is opening. That's what a back take I show you. So from this position, if I can push him farther away, I should be able to do the last technique. But most of the time, since he doesn't like this sweep, he tries to do against it like this. It's like he's about to put his leg on the mat, like I showed you before. So in that situation, it may be a little bit difficult to do that. Even you can see this, I put my shoulder on the mat completely. So in this case, it's gonna be a little harder to do farther sweep action. But there's another space that's behind his knee. So I release the collar grip, and then I raise my hips up, like doing a short hook. Then I can find space slightly. As soon as I do that, I chop behind the knee to push his leg. I want you to see that I really have to push his leg away to make him inactive. If that is a little close to me, like right after chop, he can easily do the next action. So in order for me to make him inactive, I like literally chop his knee like this. Then, as I do so, there's a space available. I chop. As I do so, I have a momentum reach the back like this. In this situation, the best case scenario, I want to reach the far side like this. But since Ed is a little bigger than me, that's why I cannot do that. So in that situation, I want to grab the middle, it's like along the spine like this. Then I got a lot of momentum as well. So here, I want to switch 1 and 2, baby bolo. Then from this, I don't need to shoot both of the legs. In this situation, I shoot more momentum on my left leg. That's why I only shoot my left leg. Then I bring him sit down. So here, I kick like this. Okay, now let's do the whole sequence. Like here, kick the hips, then I get into it like this. Even this time, if he goes forward to the side, I can even complete the sweep like this. Then either I bring him down or he stands up to like X-pass action. So that's for the sweep scenario. But sometimes I cannot sweep him as he resists. Even right after I push him to the side, he tries to come back like this. But I don't allow him to put his foot on the mat. I'm in trouble. That's why in that situation, I'm gonna find a space behind the knee. Then before I do the movement, I use my elbow to chop like this. 1, 2. His foot is really close to his hand. This is the ideal angle. If the heel is close to my body, I don't think I cannot reach it. So in order for me to be active, I push, reach like this. Then I just switch my legs like making baby bolo. 1, 2, then I shoot. Then I make seat belt. Then here's an option. It's like a modern idea. Maybe before I switch to baby ball like this, he may switch his hips like sitting down on this situation. This is another modern situation. I can get into crab right. I grab the near side, make him upside down, then I take the back. So as you can see, so if I can define as modern technique, which is like a first action for sweep or some guard pass, and then another action, back take. Those are really connected and very efficient. I want you to understand those of ideas. Catch you next one.
Hey guys, my name is Daniel. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please push the like button and leave us a comment down below. If you want to learn more techniques, simply hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified when we upload a new video. This way we can bring you new and improved content. Thank you and see you next time.